After climbing uphill, we have come to the fort, and I heard there's a museum as well inside this.
Yeah.
And the spot is supposed to be the best one for sunset in Luanda.
Okay, so this board says, "Welcome to the National Museum of Military History." And they've written this in Portuguese, English,
Russian?
and French, and then Russian. So, there you see. There was a time when Russia's influence was quite big here. There's a giant Angolan flag there, and the star. Put these two giant cannons. I think these must have been from the Portuguese era. So all of these machines, they're part of the military museum, and I think these pieces of military equipment have been placed across different ages. Like this one seems like a very early version. It's made of wood. It looks a bit like a bullock cart, but then this one's a bit more scientific and sophisticated. And all of these just line up all the way until the last one, which I think is a pretty intense looking tank. And then they have these two really cool looking airplanes. So apparently these airplanes were used as part of the national independence movement. That vehicle looks pretty cool. It's got a big set of wheels there, and then there's this tiny one with really smooth tires. Not sure if this is Russian or Portuguese. They're also unique looking. And Shish is answering a phone call from a very friendly Indian family that lives here, who are quite curious to hang out with us. So maybe we'll meet them in a couple of hours. Just so you know the size of that flag post, there is Shish. He's really small. This must easily be about 50 or 80 meters tall. I don't know, I can't judge it. It's really tall. So we're right now inside the fort's military museum. It cost us so little to get inside. Like, I don't think we've ever entered a museum at this kind of a ticket price before.
It was 256 Luanda, which is like about 20 Indian rupees.
Which is so nice because this is so beautiful inside. I'm not even as fascinated by the things that they've kept inside the glass boxes.
The tiled walls are so pretty.
Yeah, it's like those classic Portuguese blue tiles, but they've represented Africa in it. Like you see zebras, giraffes, and so many different things. It's really nice. I think it's such an interesting mix of two cultures that I never expected to see.
This is a Chinese gun, this is an Italian gun, and this is an American gun.
And all these are English ones. You see how Indian guns are not here? That's because Indians don't use
Indians
guns.
are friendly.
Yeah, friendly.
Very friendly.
Like this one, what they'll do is just give you spicy food and make it difficult for you. And just as we stepped out, there's again some crazy looking vehicles here. That looks so much like an old Lada. Remember Ladas? Do you miss Ladas?
Of course I miss Ladas. Let's go back to Caucasian region. And
Or Central Asia?
Yeah.
Or why not go to Russia directly? It's been a while since we were there.
Sure, why not?
Muenda,
Brother, let us go to Russia.
are you ready? Don't put a quick lesson that we just learnt about the flag. So, the red bar on top represents the bloodshed and the sacrifice the people had to undergo to fight for independence. And then the black stripe below represents the people, the African people, the Bantu people who live here. And the star in between has actually been taken from the same concept the Soviet Union used, the red star. So it was basically to represent international solidarity and progress, while the gear represented industrialization and technological progress, and the machete actually represents the most common people of all, the farmers and the agriculturalists. So this is the Angolan flag. So Angola isn't a communist-led government, it's a it's I think what is called as a single party in power situation. So this one has been around for a long time, and they have a very close relationship with Russia, Cuba, and China. And also, now that the war is over, the civil war is over, they've been building ties with the West as well. So it's an interesting multipolar situation. But Angola has been growing really fast because of the oil. So there's a lot of buyers Angola has when it comes to oil. And India happens to be one of its core trading partners also. There's a lot of retail trade and stuff that moves raw materials, finished products that are moving between the two countries. So somebody just told us at the gate, they thought that we are not here for the museum, but rather for an event that was happening later tonight. Something about an Indian Angolan trade event. So maybe we'll stick around and see what this is all about, and then probably head back. Remember the mines I was telling you about? So this looks like a tank that was blown up because of the mines. We've just now made it to the top of the São Miguel Fortaleza, which is Portuguese for the São Miguel Fortress.
Wow.
And from here, the view is incredible.
Look at that.
Look at that, brother and sister.
Whoa.
This view is just fantastic.
It has water on 3 sides.
So you see, there's a stark contrast between the normal common man's Angola and then oil and gas money Angola. Fancy yachts too. And if you go along this road, it goes all the way to the edge of that landmass, and there's a lighthouse there.
What are you We have garlic bread, we have lemonade, that means pizza is coming. She also said.
Hi.
Cheers.
Oops. So, Visa cards don't work here. It's just MasterCard, huh?
Yeah. So now we are at Macon Interprovincial Bus Station, where we have come here so that we can catch a bus to the next town, which is Benguela. We haven't booked a ticket here, so we'll go in and check what time the bus leaves and then buy a ticket.
Okay, bye. Okay, let's go.
The bag is gone in, let's go in now.
Okay. So we're taking one of these buses today. It's called a Macon bus. It's an interprovincial bus network that actually exists in many countries here in Southern Africa. So Angola is the first place we're trying it. Everybody said it's very good, it's very nice. The experience is actually pretty professional.
Just for the look of it, you can get to know that this bus looks much more comfortable than the one we came in from Luanda to Luanda.
But the interesting thing is they're both the same kind of price. So
Yeah.
hopefully this is a decent experience. Now we'll just go on board and sit. We've got 2 seats somewhere.
This bus terminal actually looks very fancy. There are only Macon buses here. I think 4 or 5 of them are standing right now. And our bus leaves at 9:30 in the night. And it's
Let's go.
almost 9:20. Let's go catch a seat.
Kare kunakosa push sasa hivi.
Okay. You can't have the window seat twice, Shishina.
You want to sit here?
Yeah. Okay. Look at you, trying to be all sad about it.
They have a hook where you can hang something. They have this couch where you can keep your night snacks. And we've kept our bags here. There's place to keep small bags on top. And it's air conditioned.
And the best part is they have these USB plugs right here. So you can actually charge your phones. You actually see somebody else doing it already. There's a screen and there's speakers here, but we are hoping that they're not going to play it.
Play music all night.
Yeah,
I hope they don't play music all night.
They have this problem in Africa where they play music all night long just so that the driver can stay awake. Anyhow, we're now on board the bus and it's an 8-hour journey to Angola, Lobito. We're on the move. It's got a hole. So to me, this looked like a big bug with those glasses.
Well, if I remove it, I'll look like a real bug.
Anyhow,
What